Okay, we're all set up now for cutting all the pieces for the trailer, and then we're also going to cut the pieces for a gate we're making for our back porch. It's raining outside, so normally we would cut all of our metal outside, so just the shavings and all that, but we put up this backstop to catch most of it. It worked pretty good for the sawdust yesterday. And then we have put this on our workbench as rests, and then way over here we just used a project we're working on, and that'll stack it up. Can't use our little roller thing because it's holding up the steel right now. Normally we just stick a roller over there on that side, but anyway, now we're going to cut all of those down, and then we'll be ready to clean them up and start building the trailer portion. So I don't think you want to watch a bunch of cutting. So we found it's a little easier to cut down the top angle, then bring the slide out and cut back to the bottom angle, and then it cuts instead of trying to do the big surface area you get, because once you get started it goes quick. So anyway, but this is a quick, easy little get started chop saw for your metal. We bought this actually to do the siding of the other house and used it with a fiber cement blade. We figured, they said don't use a lot of fiber cement stuff because it'll tear up your saws, all that dust getting in there. So we thought, well, we'll do the $79 Harbor Freight special, and if it dies, we just chunk it when we're done. So we figured that was just a part of the cost of install. And anyway, it's still kicking, and that was almost 2 years ago now. So, and we've built with just using for the metal, you know, so an easy way to get started. I mean, what is it, a $6 10-inch blade, and then a $79 saw, and we've been using it for a couple of years now. We built this trailer, we built the RV, you know, that whole thing was used with it. The wood rack, you know, for cutting and putting in your receiver hitch. He's built some a mount for the winch, the lawn trailer, camping racks, fire pit things.
Oh, the blue stove.
The blue stove, the potbelly stove that we have out of the propane tank. I don't know. Basically, it's every one of our projects have been done with this. So, yeah, I mean, it, you know, it ain't special and it ain't great, but it's not like a little Milwaukee bandsaw or something, but it gets the job done, and, you know, it's under $100, and it'll get you started. So. Finished with all the cuts. Got our top and bottom rails here. There's two there. They're just stacked. And then our top and bottom for the front. Then on the back, we'll use one of the side beam, or one of these, and then we'll put one every. We're gonna just go every 2 foot, just because if you saw the trailer, it has the nice. It was a boat trailer, so it has support all the way through. So I think 2 foot's plenty. Especially, it's only got a 2,000-pound axle on it, so it's not going to be overloaded or anything anyway. And then we have all of our little 1 foot bracings right there to go around. So now all we could do is start grinding off the ends, getting the little burrs off and stuff, and get it ready to start welding.
Alright, so got our pieces all ground down and everything like that. They're all ready to weld, every one of them. So I got it all clamped up, and I'm going to get it square. And it doesn't matter what your measurement is, as long as it's the same going both ways. And you see me going back and forth a bunch, and it seems like it's going to take a while. Well, if you just get lucky, it may take a little bit, but you want this to be perfect. Or else everything else you cut already will not fit. So take your time here, and you'll save you time later. So now we're at 134, 5/8. We'll just give it that little hair. Pull it back a little. Push it in a little. Okay, try that. .34 9/16 may be our gold measurement here. We'll try that. Pulled off. This corner's giving me a little trouble. Okay, now we're golden. 134 and 9/16. Okay, so we got our frame flipped over, clamps removed, and now I'm fixing to weld up the corners there and right there and right there, and then one over there. Weld those on, and then we're gonna weld up our cross braces where it's ground down right there, right there, right there. Anyway, so we're gonna weld the cross braces on, and then we're gonna start throwing our supports on for our rail. So here we go. We'll just weld this on. Alrighty, so got our notches marked for our channels. So now I'm just gonna get the grinder and, you know, we're gonna cut them out. So stay tuned.
So what he's talking about here is, since we built it on the ground like a regular utility trailer, all the angles are, cross bases are facing down. And when we went to set it onto the boat frame, since all we did was move the wishbone and axle up and square tube, it's all in the way. So we had to notch out each of the cross braces that went over the square tube of the frame. Looking back, probably would have tried something different, maybe notching the square tube or something else. Took us a couple hours to work through this mess. But anyway, all in all, we finally got it fixed and fitted. Got everything notched out. Frame fits down on there great, and got it welded to the frame. And one piece after that, we probably could have made a flatbed out of it because it was pretty darn strong with all that square tube and everything that it was welded to. But we're going to go ahead and put the side rails and all of that on there too. So have that all finished for the next part. But yeah, this was kind of a mess, on and off. Think about it several times. Notched this, notched that, ground this, ground that. Anyway, it was a mess, but did get it worked out and fitted on there just fine.
Got it all ground down. These little pieces of angle iron are sticking up a bunch, so we ground them down too. To get everything to sit nice and flush and everything. So now we're fixing to lift it up, lift our frame over there on top of here, and we're gonna make sure everything fits good. And then we'll tack it on there and weld it on, and then we're gonna start on our side rails.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Hopefully we'll get this tacked on tonight. He probably will weld this all up tonight.
Yep. And then we'll just start with the side rails tomorrow, and then the next day we'll paint it.
And then we gotta go get deck boards.
We're almost done, really. Hard part's over, the grinding.
My McDonald's in the video.
Okay, so we got everything notched and all that, and we got it clamped in and fixing to weld it on, and yeah, all the notches are cut and everything's good. That's where it's gonna go. So we're gonna fire up the welder and we're gonna notch it on, and that's where it's gonna sit.
He's going to. I don't weld.
Okay, so it is actually so solid on there that you wouldn't even really need support rails, but we're going to put them on anyway just to tie to. But I got those 3 welds done, and now I'll bring out Dad and we'll see what he thinks of it.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything. If you haven't seen part 1, go ahead and click on that, and you'll get a good video of the boat trailer that we started with, how we kind of took it apart and put it back together to get the right axle ratio and all that. So check that out. Hope you enjoyed everything. Subscribe, like to see other videos. Do all that thumbs up, good stuff for us, and I will catch you on the next video. Hope you enjoy.